Okay, for this video, I'm gonna go over the way to get everything set up for a low bar back squat. So for low bar back squat, since the bar is gonna be already starting lower on your back, because you're gonna want it somewhere between like the top portion of your scapula, which is your shoulder blade, and the bottom portion. Anywhere in between that area is where the bar should be placed for a low bar back squat. So if you saw me here, you'll notice that it's really not super low, so I would even have to bring the bar down a little bit. So let's move it down. 1. Okay, so now it's a little bit lower, and even if you're even a lower back squatter, then you want this even lower down. But this is a good place to start to kind of teach you the setup and get you more comfortable with this sort of lift. So for a lower back squat, first step is the same in any form of back squat. I want you to pull the bar all the way back so it kind of stops and doesn't keep spinning or moving, okay? So you wanna make sure it's secure, pull it back. Now, your hands are gonna be a little bit wider than a high bar back squat. So I have people usually do like 1 thumb length away from the knurling. So this is the knurling line. And you're gonna go about 1 thumb length, and this is just a good place to start to see if it's a good setup for you, and then you can play with the position from there. I've seen people even go this wide or even a little bit wider depending on their shoulder mobility. So if you're here, the only difference between high bar back squat with the grip position other than the width of it is you don't use your thumb. So you kind of do this with your thumb because you want to make sure that your elbows are right down under you. And if you do this, sometimes people do that and they extend their wrist. So then it's almost putting you in an uncomfortable position from the shoulder angle. So no thumbs. So here we go. So you're here, no thumbs, and then you're really going to pull yourself under it. So let me show you how that looks. So you pull yourself under, and then you really shake, 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 go back and forth, get that bar as low as you can. So see that? So that is still pretty high for a low bar back squat. And then make sure both of my feet are right under me. I'm going to lift up and then walk back, okay? Now the difference between a low bar back squat and a high bar back squat here is for a high bar, you're usually pulling down. For a low bar, you're kind of just holding it, okay? So you're not necessarily pulling down because you don't want it to start dipping. So you have to just kind of hold it where it is, even almost like push the bar into your back to keep it really stable. So for this one, usually most people, they shift their hips even further back than a high bar back squat, and they lean their chest even further forward. So it looks a lot like this. So it's almost like they fold in half, or some people call that a suitcase squat. So here, but either way, you're gonna have to find what works best for your body. So you're gonna look more downward, so either at where the ground meets the wall, or even further at the ground. This is your bottom position. Come up, squeeze your glutes at the top to reset, and make sure that you just stay really stable, or as stable as you can. And that's pretty much it. So play with that, figure out if that position with your hands is good, or if you need to go even wider, which a lot of people do, because this is really hard on your shoulder mobility.